So strings. So you know strings are a collection of characters is called string. A sequence of characters is called a string. So string is a class in Java. It is available in java.lang package. Okay, java.lang package. And a string class is immutable class. Immutable means so it is constant. Basically, you cannot change the value once it is created. So string object is created. You cannot change that value. Basically, it's a final class. That's why you cannot change it. So whenever you try to change, the new instance is created. New instance means, what is meant by new instance?
New object.
New object. So new object is created. So old object will be there, but still if you try to modify the same string, a new object will create. Okay, if you want to create a mutable strings, then which concept we need to use? There is a string buffer class, string builder classes you have to use. String class is immutable. That means you cannot modify the string. So this string class, inside you implemented these interfaces: serializable interface, comparable interface, char sequence interface. Interfaces are implemented in this class. See, class implements interface, class implements interface, class implements interface. That means one class can implement multiple interfaces. One class can implement multiple interfaces. This is again, see, class and interface relation. This we learned in the interface concept. So char sequence interface. Basically, char sequence means a sequence of characters. And this interface is implemented in the string class, string buffer class, and string builder classes. So we can create a strings using any of these three classes. You can use a string class, you can use a string buffer class, and string builder classes. So creating a string object. So you can create a string object in two ways. One is using string literal, and second one is using new keyword. Either you can use a new keyword or you can use a string literal concept. So string literal means this is how you can create it. So enclosing the value in double quotes is called string literal. So this is the string literal concept. You are enclosing the value in double quotes. That is called string literal. So string s equal to assignment operator and that value. So you are assigning the value to x. String s equal to a value. Each time you create a string literal, JVM checks string constant pool, memory. So for a string literal, say there is a special memory in the heap area, heap memory inside, a special memory will be there. That special memory is called string constant pool. So that string constant pool inside, this string literals will go and store there. If the string already exists in the constant pool memory, a reference to that pool is returned to you. If the string doesn't exist in the pool, a new string instance is created and placed inside the string constant pool. So now you see string s1 equal to welcome. String s equal to welcome. Then what is this? Two references are having pointing to same value. Then what will happen here? So this is also literal, right? And this is also literal. First, this is you created. String s1 equal to welcome you created. And second time you created a object reference is different and value is same. Then what will happen? This is a string literal. So it has to go to same constant pool memory. Then already it is there, right here. Then how it will react? So here, string constant pool. So same value will be returned to the two different references. Two different references. So it is going to refer to two different references. String constant pool. So will be given to these two references. So if the value is the same, it won't create one more object. So two references will point to same value. This is the one reference, so this is another reference. Two references will point to same value. So why Java uses a string literal concept? Many people will use a string literal concept only. Why? Because it's a more memory efficient. So if already object exists, no new object will be created in the constant pool. That's the reason this string literals will be used mostly. A new keyword. So new keyword. So new keyword means string strobj equal to new string Java. See, this is the, with the new keyword, you can create object for class, right? You can create object for class. So with the new keyword, you can create object for class. You can create object for a class. You can create object for a class. String strobj equal to new string Java means how many objects will create here total? So here only one object is creating in the constant pool. So if it is a literal, but here, how many objects will create here? This entire thing is one object. So this object will go store where? Where that object will go store? Object will store in which memory, sir? Are you guys there?
Yes, sir. Sorry. Stack, right?
Object. Stack. Objects will store in which memory, sir?
Oh, sorry, heap memory.
Heap memory, right? Heap memory. So this new string is a one object that will go and store in the heap memory. But what about this? This literal will store which memory? Just now we discussed it. Literals will store in which memory?
The string constant pool, I mean pool, right?
String constant pool, right? You're right. String constant pool. So that means total 2 objects will create with a new keyword. One is in the heap memory, that is total object, normal object, and the literal will go store in the constant pool. Literal will go store in the constant pool. So total 2 objects will create with the new keyword. That's why nobody will use a new keyword for the object creation of a string. So they will use only literal concept because only one object will create. If already object available, and it won't create one more. So that means it saves the memory, right? That's why mostly people use string literal only. This is also object reference. This is the object reference. So S1 is an object reference. So they can use literal concept only to create object. So how many ways we can create object for the strings? One is using string literal, another one is using new keyword. There are 2 ways you can create object for the string class. And so that's why you cannot to use this concept. Very rarely you will use this. So what is a string literal and string pool? So string literal means I already told, when you enclose any value in double quotations, that's a string literal. You call that string literal. So string literals will store the value in the string constant pool memory. So that's a string pool and string literal concepts. So what is string constant pool means? You have to give answer this. The string constant pool is a special memory in the heap area where string literals will go and store in the string literal string constant pool. So where string literals will be stored inside the string constant pool. So how string constant pool works? How string constant pool works? The first it will go and check whether this literal is present in the constant pool area or not. If it is exist, it will be reused same. It won't create another one. And more memory efficient. That's why so many people will use string literal concept only. Say string str1 equal to hello, string str2 equal to hello. So in this code, str1 and str2 both are literals because these are the literals. Both is referring to same value. So that means only one memory will be used for these 2 references. This is the one reference, this is the another reference. Both will be pointed to same value. Okay. So difference between string literal and string object. So if you observe here, is the string literal green color. This is the string object. So S4 and S3 both are pointing to Java. S1 is pointing to Java. S2 also pointing to Java. At a high level, both no. So there is a difference, right? String A equal to Java, string B equal to Java. Now, if you write A double equal to B, A double equal to B, so now it is a true or false?
It's true.
What this double equal to will do? First of all, you should know what is double equal to will do.
It's a comparison operator.
What it will compare now?
It'll compare the A value to the B value.
So what is the A value?
Java.
That's wrong. See, you should know double equal to compares what? Java is the content, right?
Hmm.
So double equal to will compare the content. Never. Double equal to compare only numbers,
Numbers, yeah.
not strings, sir.
Hmm.
So then what is the number for this string object? A object reference, B object reference. What is the value is there? Hmm? What is the value is there in the A and B? This heap inside you have a constant pool memory, right? The constant pool memory inside there is a special memory. That memory value will be there in the A and B. So that's why this A has some integer memory address. B also same integer memory address. So that's why you are getting a true here. These are all interview questions.
Hmm.
They will ask all this, they will give like this, and they will ask what is the value of this. Are you clear on this? Why it is true?
Yes, I got it now.
Okay. So here string C equal to new string Java. String D equal to new string Java. Now C is going to have this object and D is going to have this object. So now if you do C double equal to D, is it true or false? Why? What reason that is false and true? What is the reason for this? Now tell me what is the output of this?
Okay, I'm gonna say false. And it is because if there's no literal number there and it's not storing a number, it's the memory location. So they must have two different memory location values, the numbers, and they're both not the same.
So yeah, you're right. So C is a different memory address, right? This is the different memory address.
Hmm.
And D value is a different memory address. That means a different integer number. So both are not same. That's why you are getting here false. But why here true and why here false? Here pointing to same memory, but here pointing different memory addresses. That's why this is false. Next, string E equal to JDK, string F equal to new string JDK. Now can you tell me what is the value of E double equal to F?
That is false.
False, because this is the constant pool memory and this is the heap memory. Both are different memories completely. Then if I do E dot equals method of F, then what is the output? How can I compare the content of two object references? How can you compare two objects references content? Now this, so this content, how can you compare? With a equals method. There is a equals method which compares the content of a string. Okay, remember that. So double equality is used to compare the numbers. That means object reference numbers. There is a equals method. Equals method, what it will do? It will compare the content of a string. Same string is there in each position or not, it will compare. What is the intern method? So Java by default doesn't put all the string object into constant pool. Okay. Instead, they gives you a flexibility to explicitly store any object in the string constant pool. You can store any object in the string constant pool. So if you want to put any object in the string constant pool, so you have to call the intern method. You have to use the intern method. So when you create using a string literal notation of Java, it automatically call the intern method. So string literal if you use, automatically intern will call and it will place inside the constant pool. If you use a new keyword, it won't put that value in the constant pool. For that, you have to use the intern method. So like this string str1, this will go and store in the constant pool. But this one doesn't store. That's why you have to call intern method on this object. Then it will place inside the constant pool. So that's the how you can place the when you use a new keyword, you have to call intern method to put this value in the constant pool. So now if you do system.out.print str1 double equal to str2, it is true now. Because this is also going and placing inside. That's why. So that's all about the basics. These are very important, intern method and this one. And let's come back and we'll see why strings are immutable.